extreme divisiveness amongst human beings doesn't have to be the end of the world. External control grid is by design is there to um, divide, divide and conquer. But even within these challenging circumstances, it is a huge opportunity for us to find that growth, find that clarity, for a substantial growth and harmonious existence. It is like a boiling kettle. There is bubbles fuming everywhere, so that you can have that perfect cup of tea. It doesn't have to be a complete waste. It's just that we have to find a level of clarity and the opportunities that presented to us with the despite these divisiveness, especially very charged political climate. If we are speaking about unity consciousness, unconditional love, we need to be able to at least comprehend and have a level of clarity, another level of clarity as to what exactly is this divisive political climate is all about, and where do we have opportunity for our growth, where we can find a grounding spot, because when external control grid is observed and is out of control, and the political dialogue is extremely humiliating and the deceitful, but is how you look at it. With that, even I was this person a while ago, um, really hard to comprehend some agents that you don't particularly like, the absurdity of things, and uh, the dialogue amongst the political parties, so difficult to comprehend. You feel like your flesh is melting off of your face. But within that, you find the clarity how you empower yourself with these divisive political dialogue and systems there is set up for us. They are all supposed to be human centric, all supposed to be for the humans. This is what our understanding, this is what we think, but it is a completely different groups of agents. That's what the control grid is all about. Now, if you want to be part of these groups, you have to go through some extensive programming and commitment. This is the only time you can be one of these agents from the opposite side, when they become administrative, to anywhere from administrative level to the political outlets. Um, when we, for example, everything that's given to us by the external social structure, there are things that tools that's really beneficial for humans. Maybe it's hard to come by, but nevertheless is always there. You have to find it, you have to work for it, you have to actively participate in some level of commitment so that you can find these benefits from the control grid. But it is our personal responsibility to utilize these things and um, elevate our position. Now, for example, when uh, when we have a healthcare system, this is the control grid is the system that is set up for human-centric controlling system. Healthcare system is there, but it's not something that you can rely on indefinitely. Even then, you can have some kind of support system, but it's our personal responsibility to be in charge of our own health. When we recognize a little bit more about yourself, you know that your body have a healing abilities. You know that your mind, body, spirit needs time and space for healing. And even though the professional healthcare system is there, they're not personally invested in your life. You don't live your life um, through them. It's you who have to uh, live in your mind, body, spirit vessel. So therefore, we need to pay attention about our health and vitality. Same thing with the economic systems that is set up for you. You can be a responsible customer. Um, you don't have to run wild with it. You need to practice caution when you're using these systems so that you don't go into deficit where you can't come back from. This is a conscious living, conscious existence. How to use the tools, but it's never going to get consumed by it. This is another area. Spirituality, the relief that we're looking from religions or spirituality, that when you know that you have a direct connection to the source, you're going to have awareness and clarity as to what you're looking for, the relief, the kind of relief and comfort you're looking for, because now you have a extremely strong direct connection to the source. So therefore you are going to practice awareness and clarity when you are committing to these time consuming tasks. Education is the same thing. We are bringing to school like a huge books and a suitcase. It doesn't mean the teacher is going to go through all of the information. There are highlights, there are some chapters, pick and choose. They have expectation you read all of that, but that's not the reality. So therefore, you need to have an education where you have elevate your awareness, elevate your clarity, and sustain your mind, body, spirit, vessel in most holistic, balanced manner. So it is your personal responsibility. Option is always there. So the external political control grid is there set up, but it's opportunity for you to find that integrity of your vessel. We don't come into these conclusions by accident right away. It's a lifetime of observation and paying attention to smaller details. The most important lessons are usually very simple observation. This is how information warfare and spiritual warfare been come to understand by come to our awareness. Is there, but sometimes the breadcrumb seems to be a magical thing for some people. So you use these tools and awareness to elevate your life. Divisive political, dualistic political climate. How do we navigate these challenging circumstances and have awareness so that we see things as exactly they are? When the language, particular party, the language, the dialogue is extremely out of touch with reality, it's really difficult for some of us to comprehend. But it's go back to your childhood when you used to climb trees. You go into the smallest branches where you think you're going to jump up and down and have no consequences. Sometimes you fall, sometimes the branches break, Also, you observe because of the little kittens and cats hang out on these big trees, but they have a lot of little branches, and kittens can go far, but they are obviously based on the strongest branches. They are napping, playing, grooming, all kinds of activities. Birds can land on the smallest little tree branches, but the heavier the animal is, they can't. They have a hard time. Um, because inherently they have awareness as to the weight of themselves. Also, the tree branches have awareness. The stronger the roots are, the branches are, it doesn't mean you can receive everything that's willing to go there. So you have a little observation there, back of your mind. You know the lesson there. Take to your heart, and what is that got to do with the humans and dualistic political culture? It's the same thing in the social structure. Your roots are the poverty, the sicknesses, illnesses, mental health challenges, spiritual challenges, the integrity of the vessel challenges is always there. This is where you have to pull back and keep yourself grounded. So the when you are saying that their mother, instead of mother, is the birthing person, instead of having your flesh melt off your face, you're thinking, wow, we're spending a majority of our time trying to heal our inner child trauma, ancestral trauma bodies. Sometimes in the social systems, there are the women who abuse substance, and during their pregnancy, they have a lot of challenges there. A fetal alcohol syndrome, like that. We read that on medical books as such. So have we spent our time nurturing, creating this art and healing and releasing into our community? If not the case, you're not going to get so angry, because you will have awareness of another layer of uh, um, awareness, and recognize all the challenges. Same thing when you hear people migration crisis. Um, it's hard for people to comprehend, but someone made that happen. It's a deliberate uh, uh, act. It's a deliberate act. Someone promote that, someone allowed this to happen, but at the same time, you have to recognize in such advanced societies, what we are consuming is indefinitely deficit. We aren't saying this land of enormous level of opportunities. Wow, I have a home, I have a place for me to create my life, have a healing time, have a opportunity for a family gathering, friends gathering. It's a great opportunity. We have made this impossible task possible. Yet, what we are doing is forgetting to check our greed, forgetting to check the level of deficit. Deficits have nothing, it's absolutely nothingness. So then, the social structure by design, they're open space, anybody can walk in. So we have to make these connect these dots into how our behaviors affect our social structure as well. Um, because we aren't really using the tools to empower ourselves, we get sucked in deep by systems. because we aren't paying attention, we aren't taking inventory as to where we are. We need to go on a vacation in deficit. We need to have a vacation home, yet you have forgotten to clean up the stuff from the last summer. We have opportunities to play in the sports, but we are not capable of cleaning out our bag, the dirty socks and shoes. Sometimes wait until next time you go back to your practice. These are little housekeeping tips. It's not because we have all the answers. We try to make it make sense for us so that we can keep about um, drowning in social structures. The healthcare is the same thing. Why are we really going to the doctor? Why it become like a habitual thing? Are you paying attention the level of healing that's happened? Or you're just barely maintaining without addressing root cause? We are failing to think, we're failing to address what is lacking, the kind of dialogue we have to have a clarity about, so that we can heal ourselves. So these are important little housekeeping tips. Like I said, it's not because we have all the answers. We have to find solutions to our way of thinking, our level of clarity. So this is how we not going to completely lose hope because of our dualistic political nature. After all, when the external social grid or control system, when they want to have their agents, they put you through enormous level of trials and commitment through the education system. As such, there is a level of extraordinary programming happens. This is for to represent them. At the same time, you can think of us. Are we equipped to handle this information overload, this level of division, this level of confusion? Do we have a clarity about things that's really important to us and how we can empower ourselves using the tools but never get consumed by? This is another way of navigating the hostile political culture, because the absurdity is there. In a way, we have to know that uh, if it is open space for all kinds of unlimited imagination, then it needs to practice what it preach. Like the tree branches, the imagination cannot be the lifestyle. It cannot be the model for the human collective consciousness, because we have to be personally responsible enough to have a clarity and choose what is the best option. Remember, the ecosystem is a really open space. It's a huge place. Information is the same thing. It's information warfare. Spiritual warfare is a real thing. So that the languages and imaginations are open space. It doesn't mean that we need to be involved in everything. How we maintain a level of grounding, how we maintain level of clarity, how we maintain a level of integrity or integrity, period. It's a personal responsibility. It's there to uh, improve your life. Its level is there to rule out all the corrupted information overload, but left with the essence of human collective consciousness. So this is how we not completely lose our minds with this level of division and confusion amongst the external control grid. Is it's a completely normal for people to be unique and different. It's kind of silly if we're really selective and um, shut down everything because it's not appropriate or it's not making sense. It is a human, uh, intelligent human species responsibility to use these, have a clarity, but eliminate things that is no necessary for your life. It's not adding value, it's not going to promote growth, it's not going to give you calmness, peace, joy, and harmony, because it's something had to come internally. So therefore it is not a place for us to get all hostile and uh, sabotage each other by dividing because of the political culture or dialogue or the language or the party, because the handlers of these people are probably the same. The shadow governments is behind closed doors are the same, but they have given us options. Um, but the options doesn't have to be a complete waste. It's the option for you to choose you. If you can't choose within the two political structure, is you're having difficult time, that's a good indication. Hey, I'm gonna choose myself. Is there, I am not going to lose any sleepovers because of this, but I'm gonna choose myself. I'm gonna use my time and energy for focusing on my well-being, because your doctor, your politician, your accountant, your beauty, they are not ever personally invested in your life. They are waiting for you to participate. So this is how they make an income. But it is your personal responsibility to empower yourself. Use them uh, to add value to your life instead of being consumed by it. So this is how I think about this very difficult, very complicated, supercharged political culture. Um, in the end of the day, you realize it's really there to help you to pick yourself, pick you, pick your own well-being, pick your own finances, pick your own health, pick your own spirituality, make that real connection to the source. You have all the options there is. You use this external information grid to elevate yourself, pick yourself, instead of get consumed by this divisive, superficial divisiveness, and bickering at each other, waste enormous level of energy, because in the end of the day, we are the one who is carrying that inner child trauma body, or trauma bonding, ancestral trauma body. We're carrying all of these things, but we can argue and have a dialogue about politics, but we are not having any clarity about conversation amongst ourselves or the individuals who are important to us. We are spending this meaningless time and hours, and have substance abuse problems. These all of these things are happening parallel in our social structure, right? The man could be like angry, Russia is bad, or Mr. T is bad, and therefore having a drink. No, but what you have is substance problems. It's not your you're not personally invested on these things. Instead of focusing on that, you focus on your own well-being. Same thing about health, and you're speaking about the bad healthcare system, how they aren't helping. The system is bad, you got to wait 5 hours and they emerge. No, you have to learn how to heal yourself, empower yourself, by making right choices. And the options are there. Information warfare is there, but parallel there are information that you can find out how to add value to your own mind, body, spirit vessel. So this is how we navigate these challenging, difficult, very divisive, charged political climate is out there. It's nothing to do. We're not personally invested. It's another opportunity, another layer of opportunity for us to empower ourselves, find the find the courage to go internal and choose you. And this is the most important part, and this is how I navigate information. Thank you.